hola, hola, hola. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, what's up, buddy? How we doing today, guys? We got a bunch of content for you, dudes. Let's kind of walk through what we're going to do for today so you guys have an idea. And if you do enjoy, feel free to smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. Anyways, we got a bunch of content today. Today officially starts the winter swaps. If you haven't seen the winter swaps yet, I can go through them right now. If you want to show you what's available. How to make coins at 4K. Messi, man, I'm going to link you our trading playlist, buddy. And then we're also going to link in chat. Give me a couple minutes. I'm going to link our investment / trading video from today for winter wildcards so that you guys can get your club stock. So anyways, here's where it starts. So you can start grinding the winter wildcard tokens. There's one SBC available, which we already got done today. We're about to open the pack for that. And then there is one available in the, what's it available in? Did we get a free one? Well, what was the second one, chat? I'm blanking already. Yo, Dante! 7 months! Best Christmas or festive wishes to everyone here. Best to you and your family at this time. Hey, appreciate you, man. Yeah, so you get one free one. We have the SBC one right now. So you get 2 so far. So I'm going to walk through what's available. You get 3 84-plus player picks for 5, which is not too bad. There's an 83-plus times 25 for 10 tokens. It says you get 25 total. There will be more than 25 available. It'll just happen to be in, like, promo packs and stuff. So think of 25 as, like, the ceiling, but there's a little bit more. If you don't go for any of those extra promo packs, I think it's 25. So keep that in mind when you're calculating what you want to do. You got the 83 plus times 25 for 10. You got an 81 plus times 11 for 3 swaps. I feel like you're going to get straight 11 81s or like 10 81s and an 82. That's going to be horrific. I know there's going to be one dude on Twitter who ends up getting like Messi out of it. Trippier right here. This is probably the best valued one in my opinion. And he's a Newcastle player, so I can't believe I'm saying this. But for 2 winter wildcard tokens, this is the card you get. Not too shabby, if you ask me. Who do Sunderland have next? Who does Sunderland have next? We just tied Hull. We got the dumbest red card. We play on Monday, I know that. We play Blackburn. Blackburn Rovers. Yeah, so the Trippier's right there. I'm thinking about doing Tonali, boys. I got a issue, all right? He's 10 tokens. That means out of my 25, I would be using 10 on Tonali. But one, the card looks really good. Like, Tonali-wise, the card looks really good. Number 2, the card design looks awesome. So I think I'd keep him in my team for a while. And for the kind of format of the team we're going for, I think it fits really well. We kind of have a AC Milan / Serie A / PSG / Prem kind of team. So if we got Mainan in goal, and we switched to maybe like a formation that had 2 CDMs and a cam, that way we could get Tonali and Danilo Pereira in. I think that'd be best because we could keep Rafael for now. We could keep Park there for now. I do have Cole that we could sub in for Park if we want a little bit more attacking on that. I don't know who I'm playing up top yet. I sold my 2 strikers just so we could have some coins for investments. We have Nunez untradeable and Way untradeable. We have them up there for now. I was doing head-to-head with Danilo, and I don't know if you guys did Danilo or not. If you did, let me know what you think. I'm looking at the stats for them, and Tonali looks like a little bit of an upgrade in terms of total stats in game. In some key areas for CDM, Tonali does look better, and he's AC Milan. However, I don't think it's a scenario where I need to pick and choose if I just decide to do both of them. Both link really well in my team. And if push comes to shove, I have to get rid of one. The other one would just go to the bench. I don't think it'd be the case where I'd have to give it up. New Thiago Silva cards. So good. Yes, that was another one we sold. So we had a Thiago Silva. I want to try to get him first owner, so I sold the one we had in hopes that we could pack him this week. But also, too, In the meantime, we can use his flash still. Good evening, friends. What's up, buddy? You think we could get League SBCs Thursday with the League SBC card design got leaked? So I saw the card design go around. Let me actually pull it up. No, I just closed. Oh, I just closed Chrome. No, I just lost everything. 1 second. Oh, that's horrible. I just lost everything. No. Okay, I can't see chat for a second. But anyways, there's a supposed card design for League SBCs out. Don't be fooled. That is not necessarily League SBC card design. In past years, it has been that. Where do I go for this? League SBC. This is what you're talking about, right? In past years, this has been used, or a similar thing to it. I'm colorblind, so I don't know if it's exact. For this type of thing. It doesn't mean we're getting that. It could mean it's a certain type of player, SBC or something. So, our League SBC's coming, hopefully. We don't know yet. Anyone who tells you they know 100% for sure is lying to you and is just hoping for the best. Like, I truly do hope we get League SBC soon, but my guess is still after the World Cup game mode, so that's what I mean. All right, anyways, let's get started, boys. We have some content for you dudes today. We made some 81-plus player picks in advance. If you guys want to see how to grind that, it's the newest video on the channel. It follows a similar format of how we normally do it. So compared to last week, it looks like the 81-plus double upgrades are going to be a little bit more expensive on the gold commons than they were for the player picks. I think there's two reasons. One, I think is because the player pick was, I think, a little bit cheaper to do. And then number two, you have Messi and Mbappe in packs. So the necessity or the need for people to want to do that is a lot more now that they're out than it was the week prior. Dude, yeah, they added so many special cards for Man United. That was crazy. Which promo packs are you opening? We are opening. We're going to do this one for you, buddy. We'll do the winter warm-up, but we won't open it until tomorrow. Sound good? As a Chelsea fan, I was buzzing. Anyways, we got a small gold players pack from the daily SBC today with the token. If you guys haven't gotten it done, make sure you get it done. We have the 85 plus. Ooh, is that Tyler Adams? Captain America, the new Captain America. Beautiful. Beautiful. But we're going to show you the, where is it? The 85 plus top 4 nations or whatever. I don't know its exact name. We got this done for you guys. 85 plus semifinals nation upgrade. Let me know what you guys got out of this. I don't know if it's going to be any good. There is a ton of stuff. That is 85 plus. So I feel like it's going to be a dud pack. But hey, you never know. Can I get away with using an 81? I can. Sweets. We'll go with that. All right. Let me hit record so we can make this a TikTok and a YouTube short as well. All right, 85 plus semifinals. Come on. Hopefully we can get something out of this. My expectations are super low. Let's see if it pays off. Budget incoming. Watch us get a Messi out of it. Nah, it's going to be the McAllister. It's going to be the McAllister bait. I'm calling it right now. All right, is it on the end? All right, please. If you haven't already, smack the like button, dudes. Let's see if we can get the 10 likes. Come on. Walkout, at least. French. Why did I think it was Mbappe? It's still Conte. I'll take a Conte. That's still a W in my book. Could have been an 85. Ooh, look at him dancing on him. Got Banu from that? What do you think, chat? W? Don't get your hopes up. Hey, even though he's a gold card, he's special in my heart. Speaking about Conte, though, isn't his contract up for Chelsea? If so, where do you guys think he's going to go? I heard rumors that Barca wants him. Is that true? I couldn't imagine him at Barca. That'd feel weird. I've never loved 3 players as much as I love Martinez, Varane, and Casemiro. I swear I would die for them. Were you in tears when they won the World Cup? You need to open promo for Dante's subscription. Yeah, I don't know if you were here when we mentioned it. We're doing his tomorrow for the winter warm-up pack. We're opening it tomorrow for him. Can see him join PSG. Isn't Rashford supposedly potentially going to PSG if he doesn't get a good offer from United for a re-up contract? I don't think he'd be good for Barca. They can't even find space for Kessie. They're trying to offer him $800K a week. Wait, what is, with this current contract, how much is Rashford making a week at Manchester United? And how much was Ronaldo making a week at Manchester United too? You see my message earlier, mate? I packed the first owner Thiago Silva and instantly thought of you. Hey, GG, man. That's awesome, brother. Can I have him first owner? So we're 0 for 2 right now. So far, these 81 plus double upgrades don't look extremely worth it. We got 3 more. We'll see if the luck turns. Our first board. Still crap. Rashford ain't even worth what we're paying him now. He's on 250. Wait, if PSG would offer him 800K a week, surely they're getting rid of someone, right? Or did they take over another country for oil? To get the funds for that. Menace. So best is an 83. RGH, what's up, buddy? All right, Kramich. Dude, PSG has unlimited money. True. You know how PSG has unlimited money? I heard they do the silver center back method. That's the rumor on the street, at least. All right, who was the duplicate? It was Kramich, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We can only do the 85 plus once every 3 days, right? I knew that was coming. You just got tail? Hey, GG, buddy. Post that in Discord. Which, by the way, if you guys want me to check out your teams, in about 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to be looking at your teams in Discord. So feel free to post them in the FIFA team section there. I won 2 draft and made 1K. SMH. We sunk half the club into gold commons. What's the verdict on 81 doubles? Right now, they don't seem to be too good. Ultimately, it's going to be your pack luck at the end of the day. For the week, this is my plan. Here, let me pause again. My plan for content throughout the week. If you guys didn't see in the Di Maria, his 84 squad, you get essentially a free Messi once you get it done as a bonus for getting the 84 squad done, which has 3 loans. So if you use him literally just in friendlies, you'll have a 94 Messi for the rest of the year. So feel free to do that. Dante, you're heading out, bud? Wait, where do you say that? Or are you just saying you don't see him in chat? By the way, club check if you have Stefan Hovic. He's 10K because people are confused with him with that coach that unfortunately passed away. Really? I don't think I have him. But no, so I'm going to do the Angel Di Maria. We'll get him done eventually. My question to you guys is, how do we get him in the team? So Di Maria can play left wing and left mid. Rafael Leao can play left wing and left mid too. I do have options on the bench where I can bring him off the bench. That might be the best option at the moment. Do we still have Chiesa? We do. Dude, we got so many people. We could honestly play Tonali or Benacer instead of Tonali. We wouldn't even need to do the Tonali, but I still kind of want to do the Tonali. We got a bunch of options, but if we wanted to... Dude, I don't know, man. Gotta figure something out. Could we take Park Ji-sung out? Put Chiesa? No. No matter what, he's going to be off chem. I might just play him at striker on 0 chem. He's a silver player? Yeah, most of them. True, we do have a lot of silvers, but I feel bad selling someone who died, or people are hyped trying to sell someone who they thought died. I can't see him leaving United, to be honest. We're the only club that would keep him no matter what. All right, we got another one. What do you guys think we're going to get in this? This is the highest rating. Out of the 2 players, I'm saying the highest is going to be an 82. I forget some people aren't as trigger happy with typing as I am. Dude, I don't get how anyone does that. When I watch a stream, I say hello when I come in. I answer like when they say, how are you doing? And then I literally just AFK the rest of the time. Or I'm just chilling in the background listening. You're getting 84 and 85? Ooh, you guys have higher expectations than I do. I know myself too well. Yeah, the way I've been doing it is we kind of just put back in. Oh, wait, I'm on top chat. I'm not even on live chat. Maybe that's why I'm missing some messages. Put my team in the Discord. Mr. Wise. And those of you wondering how far we are, in the 88 plus mid, we're gonna open this up on what you think Wednesday we could get it done by? We need an 87 rated team here. I'll show you what we have so far. Don't need anything super crazy. We do have some untradeable special cards that we would never use, but I'll, for some reason, find a reason to keep them in my club. So, if there's like an icon, we honestly don't think we're going to use again. We might as well throw them in here. But we could also wait on our pack luck too. So far that's an 82. If I went to specials untradeable, I feel like Morientes is the perfect example of a card I would never really use, but I'm kind of just keeping around. Keane's another one. I don't know when I'm actually going to use a Keane. Or Goosens. I don't know when I'm actually going to use a Goosens. That's an 86 right there. Capdevila we will for sure use. Hernandez will still use. Keane I don't think I would use. Does Keane have an SBC that's out? Dude, none of these guys would get in, man. I need to do a much better job this year of using players that I'll never actually use and throwing them in SBCs. Yo, someone's getting coin ban. Someone's getting transfer ban. Jeez. 406. Hopefully you recover well, buddy. If you stay true to you and be you, too many worries. Value, United C in Rashford goes way past on the pitch. We are a PR-driven club. He's the best in the world for good PR. True. Supposedly, Sunderland's putting a 10 million price tag on Ross Stewart. For this transfer window, at least. He has, to the end of his season, the contract's up. So if a club wants to buy him this winter, it would be 10 mil, I believe. But at the end of the season, his contract would run out. We'll be able to sign him for another year. There's a year extension deal we could do. But in all reality, Sunderland should, if they're really, really wanting to do the best thing for him, they should offer him a really good deal right now. Give him to sign and have it be like a Christmas present. Put WC, Sukir into it, got 90 Pirlo. Just sad, but Pirlo is a true icon. Steven! What's up, buddy? No one's buying Stewart, mate? Brother. I don't know if you heard, Manchester United is like, we don't care about Gakpo. We are literally about to sign Ross Stewart. So I would be careful what you're saying, man. You might be coming to United, whether you like it or not. Don't put the GOAT Keane in. I would never use Keane, though. That's the thing. He's never fit in my squad. That was true. I'm jumping out my window. Nah, realistically, Ross Stewart has a couple options where he can go. He can go back to the Scottish Premier League and probably play for the Rangers. They would be a team that would have some money and could buy him. They probably wouldn't buy him up for 10 mil, but if they wait until the end of the season, depending on how his form is at the end of the season, they probably could get him for maybe like 5 mil, which would be a really good return on investment for Sunderland regardless. Most likely, he would go to Greece. I think Olympiacos is the club that's looking to sign him there. Or his best bet, and I hate to say it, his best bet would be to go to a championship team that has the money and most likely will get automatic promotion this year. That'd be the best thing he could do. So it's been like a year since I've seen Pastor Fred, probably. How you been, man? What you been up to? Kessie's another one that I feel like is always in my club, but I never use, nor would I have a reason to use him now, with all the CDMs I have. Like, Guendouzi's another one. Looks like a fantastic CDM. I know he has at least a little bit of value. I would never do him. That's what she said. Toss some of you in there. I don't really want to be getting rid of 84 specials. At that point, we might as well just wait. Dude, you know what I can't wait for? Can we get these frauds out of the club? Can EA just end this, the most horrific promo we've ever seen? I hate having to scroll through my special items because EA couldn't figure out a better way to put them in. It's so stupid, man. I hate DePaula and Paredes so much. Did you see what he did with the, when Martinez won the keeper award? Did you see what he did with the glove? So I stopped watching, to be honest. Never watched for you, Reed. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Alright, so what can we put in? Just whatever we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. You know what? No. We're not going to put in these gold commons. If we have untradeable ones, we'll put them in. We should put in the Sudamericana ones and sell any tradable gold commons because we can get those for 450 right now easily. But Steven, how you been, buddy? Spend most of the game on the floor. What do you mean? Yes, it does, but they also snap people's legs. I'm glad that blue name writing in Spanner looks fire. My eyes only Di Maria and Messi deserve it. Hey, you are allowed to think whatever you want, buddy. Di Maria was insane, man. His SBC looks even more insane. Put yes or no in chat. Are you guys doing the Di Maria SBC? Yes or no? Messi might be the greatest of all time, but Ronaldo stays my GOAT. Yes, 100%. Now, question. Does he make your starting 11 as well? Or does he have to come in off the bench? Don't say yes or no to that one. Say starting 11 or say bench. Because I don't know if I want to replace Rafael Leao. Walk out. Immobile, let's go. Would do Di Maria, but got his ones to watch, so is there any point? Doesn't his ones to watch have a 2-star weak foot? Yeah, 2-star weak foot. Here. For a little more than 100K to do his SBC, we're going to compare the two. Five-star skill moves on each, but then you get the 4-star weak foot. Just the huge pace increase is going to be a big deal. Then all across the board, you see it across pace, acceleration, sprint speed. He's clearing almost every stat. Now the question is, where are you playing him in game? Would be another thing too. Yeah, some of them are close, like long passing. Not much of a different curve. 97 curve, jeez. 92 dribbling. Is there any stat that's better? There's not a single stat that's better on the ones to watch. So it would for sure be an upgrade in every way possible. More stamina, more strength, more aggression. Now the question is that enough upgrades to make it worth it for you to do? That'd be up to you at that point to decide. For me, it definitely is. And if you're debating whether or not you want to do it for Di Maria, you should at least do the 84 team for the Messi. Get yourself a free 94 Messi by completing that team. I guess technically it wouldn't be free, right? Got a dip. Have a good one. All right, see you, buddy. Finn, what's up, man? You doing the icon today? I originally wasn't going to. But now we're pretty dang close, so... if we have enough time, I guess we might as well. Put the ones to watch into the new SBC base. That's a great answer. But now here is the 84 one with the Messi. Got a Messi, got a Messi. Alright, what's the final one? An 85 team? I think we can do that. Wait, can we do it already? We're close. We'll see. None of these Ronaldo fans can ever say Ronaldo is better than Messi. Again. He's 100% more talented, though. Might be the most talented player of all time. I feel like these conversations don't even need to be had. I, as a neutral, think Messi is absolutely clear. But also as a neutral, I see the beauty of growing up in a time being able to watch these two in my childhood and see how much they've done for the sport of football throughout my lifetime. They're both GOATs in my eyes. I don't think you necessarily need to compare the two and then fight over that. If someone loves Ronaldo for X reasons and someone loves Messi for another, it's fair to have your reasons, but I think when we look back at history, I don't think it's going to be close. I think the World Cup just put it even a step further. Didn't insult the R9 letting baby Ronaldo be the one who gets called Ronaldo. So an 84 works. Does a 83 work? An 83 does work. We doing this, boys? Are we really doing this right now? I didn't think we'd get it done this quickly. I've been playing against Rio, Stam, Danny, Nesta, kind of hard to see, etc. Has he been the GOAT for a while, to be honest? I don't think there's a lot of recency bias for people to understand how good Ronaldo is. I'll say this, though. What Ronaldo accomplished last season with Manchester United at his age was a crazy feat. This year, wasn't quite able to do what he did the year previous, but that in and of itself was a crazy feat. True great videos today, Bubble. Keep at it. Hey, appreciate it, man. So the question is, do we have this go up as a video tomorrow for a YouTube short? I think we do. I'm going to straight open it. Sound good with you guys if we straight open this one? All right, all these players, I'm fine submitting. I'm fine. Come on, baby. Come on. Do a roulette? No, we did roulette last time and it didn't go well. Plus, it's World Cup icon, or it's a icon. So it's going to be a little different than if it was just an icon to roulette. Well, we'll just open it. If we get another one, we can do roulette for the next one. Eventually. All right, boys. We got the 88 plus mid or FIFA World Cup icon upgrade. And this is what we got. Come on. Please have it be worth it. Pretty please. Come on. Icon, all right. I thought it was Eusebio, man. I thought it was Eusebio. I got my hopes up again. Man. I can't catch a break. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's Figo. But when I went from thinking I got Maldini, and it wasn't Maldini, then I went to think I got Cruyff, and it wasn't Cruyff, and now Eusebio. How much is he, though? Oh! For some reason, I thought he was like 180K. You know what? That's not bad. Will he make my team? Probably not. But I guess it works. Like, he doesn't replace Neymar. World Cup one would have been so much better. 4-star. We could play him as our right mid if we need more attacking. I played for Inter. I don't know. I feel spoiled, but at the same time, I feel pissed. It's a weird feeling. Not a bad cam. We could always use him as a super sub if needed. But what I'm thinking, once we get Tonali in here with Pereira, we could take out Park Ji-sung because we wouldn't need another defensive mid. We could put him in there. I wish Figo could play striker, man. I'd put him in for Weah. Icons always play better anyways. Just look how much Kenny takes off, though. That's the only bad thing. Neymar can only play left mid or cam, and I want to keep him at cam, so just keep Rafael Leao there. You know what? He'll just be a super sub. We'll try him as a super sub. If we really like him, we can put him in the starting lineup. I'm going to bed now. You probably won't see me again on this side of Christmas, so happy Christmas, man. I know there's a lot of Muslims and atheists here, so enjoy the time off school work, you guys. Hey, appreciate you, buddy. Have a good holiday season, man. Hey, all of you guys. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, have a good holiday season, boys. Enjoy your time off of work, school, whatever you got. Enjoy football being back. I can't wait, dude. It felt like it's been so long since I've seen a Prem match. Yeah, we'll keep this for now. We'll figure out what we'll do here in a bit. Yeah, that might be the quickest time we've gotten content. It was 38 minutes. We did both the 85 plus, and we did the whole icon. That's crazy, man. We did have some stuff chilling in our club, so probably the main reason why. I'm trying to think what we should work through for the rest of the week now. So we could start Di Maria today and do it tomorrow as well. I'm thinking, though, for the sake of content, since we've done so much already, would you guys be opposed if we start building more 81 plus double upgrades for tomorrow and we open like maybe 10 to 15 in a row for tomorrow? Like start building them now? Would that make sense? I do have about 250,000 coins worth of... Actually, no. That's just silver rares and silver commons. If we count silver libs, I probably am pushing 400k worth of value in our club. Burnley are good enough to be a Prem this season. Yeah. Haven't they completely changed their playstyle from what they previously were in the Prem? Is something actually decent now? They didn't do the craziest against Sunderland. I can't remember the exact game. I think Sunderland held them in the first half, then there was a little breakthrough in the second. Gone from Brexit to Pep. Alright, we'll just do 450 for everything. We'll toss these up. Just double check to make sure there's no insane value on a card. I did that with a silver today. I picked up a silver for 150, and I was going to flip everything for 250, and I compared price last second before I listed, and for some reason the card was going for 3k, so I undercut it and sold it for like 2.1. Watch them get smoked IRL this season, so maybe that's good luck. Alright, we gotta do... I didn't go through FIFA teams yet. Let's go through FIFA teams. What do we got today? We got... Beaks is insane! He's got the CR7 he's gonna do. He's got the Di Maria. Woo! I can't wait to try that card. Martinez, like, I kinda want to get him too, man. You know what? We could get Martinez at center back. To give another link to Di Maria. We could take out Nesta. This looks like it'd be a really fun card, potentially. Concept squad. So this is his bench. He's got Baggio. I want Baggio again this year. If I get a Pirlo or Baggio, I would not be upset. Tadic, Vlahovic. Does the Rabiot actually play like a Hullet? Or is he a little clunky? That's a really good Serie A team. I like that a lot. I'm very jealous of you, Zimbranta. Gives me. What J. Cruz have? He has Eusebio, Ronaldo. Oh my gosh. And he has almost 3 million coins, of course. He's playing the savagery to have 3 mil almost. This team, and then to have 3 temporary reds in. Love it. That's a banging team, man. Can't complain. Mr. Wise, what do you got? That's another banging one. How's the Casemiro? I kind of want to try him too. Burkhands again. Oh my gosh. Take out the Goosens in your set, man. W of a team. Are you going to get the Tonali in yours? Such a good center back. Use him in career mode. He feels so good on the ball. Question. I want your guys' feedback on something. The way we ran the first, we're about 45 minutes into the stream now. The way we ran that 45 minutes had sort of a format to it. Did you like that better than just kind of randomness to the stream? Or like, especially like the like goals? Like instead of like, oh, let's do an 81 plus double every 5 likes or whatever. Did you like the way we kind of stacked that content better? We kind of like jam-packed the first half an hour and 45 minutes. No paying attention. I'm going to get Di Maria for death so I can play back 4. Kismer's good. I had his red version 90. It was meta lengthy. This one feels so strong and so much quicker. Nice. Foot Scoreboard released a purple design 4 hours ago. Yeah, we've seen it. People are saying they think it's the League SBC card. I don't think that's the case. Anyways, I think I'm going to try that format again tomorrow. We're going to build up like 10 81 plus double upgrades. I'll start the stream by showing off the new content. We'll do the pack opening. We'll work towards Di Maria this time, but if there's another pack out there, we can work towards that. We'll have like commentary and stuff. Almost make it like it's an episode, I guess, for about the first half an hour. Check your guys' teams out. Take a look at your pack pulls. I think Casemiro is so underrated. Talk football too. We can talk football as well. Might be the greatest CDM of all time. You think Casemiro is the greatest CDM of all time? What I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just trying to think. What are you looking at for accomplishments? Teams he's been on? Because like he's been a solid part of that Real Madrid team for a long time. He has a lot of trophies. A lot of time with Brazil. He's definitely up there. That would be another one of those where you could get in a whole argument if you tried to make a case for like try to say, oh, he's number 1. Versus like you could say he's definitely up there. Yeah, I would give him a shout. At least in maybe if you put a time on it, maybe. Past like 15 years, he's been a top 1. Busquets is in that conversation too. Both Barcelona and Real Madrid, when they had their dream teams playing against each other every year. Midfields were solid. see. Is this the bonus pack we got from doing it? Yeah, the Jumbo Premium Gold. I miss the Jumbo Gold pack, man. So much. From the lib. Busquets is the most overrated player ever, in my opinion. Made 100K today on the manager trading. Nice. What did you do for manager trading? Have gold commons drop back down in price again? People act like he's hands down the best DM of all time. The question is, I'm curious how this affects players. And I think Messi would be a good example of this. If a player has accomplished so much and they keep playing and their performance drops off heavily, or they're not the same player they used to be, is that a negative for them looking back in time? I think historically, if you look at a lot of those icons that we see and play with, and we remember all those good teams they played for, if you look at the tail end of the careers, a lot of them skipped leagues and went to like the MLS or things like that to end out their last couple of years. Yeah, how does that affect a player? Like Messi, arguably, just won the World Cup, the thing he's been chasing his whole life. Could have retired at this moment and went down as one of the greatest of all time. But he wants to keep playing. For whatever reason, he wants to keep playing. If he goes extremely downhill in the upcoming years, is that going to affect his legacy? Short-term people kind of affects it, but people forget about it. I'm sorry when I said Busquets, I forgot about Jorginho. Bro, I haven't heard Jorginho's name in a minute. Just friends managers, they're about 2K and people list them for 200 to 500. So what do you do? Are you just sniping them or what? Alright, we're going to restock on gold commons. I'm going to flip these for 100 coins profit. I feel like, do we have a lot of pack supply right now? Is that why? Because these were 450 with only like a minute or two earlier. Now they're back down. Says another about him that we all forgot. He exists, man. Got team of the year. I still... That year, I didn't watch Chelsea play a whole ton. What about Jorginho's game got him a team of the year? I'm not dissing him, or didn't think he deserved it. I just generally don't know how he played. I know... I wouldn't say he revolutionized PKs, but his styles of PKs were so unique at the time too. I know that was a big thing. Was it distribution? What was like Jorginho's thing? Third in the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, it's crazy how quick someone can go from like underrated to overrated. Because he happened to be in a team that won the Champions League and also won Euros with Italy. Yeah. And then Italy didn't qualify. Chelsea didn't do as well the next season. They're just trying to seem like they're not biased attackers. Do you guys think there should be like 3 or 4 separate awards? Do you think there should be every single year with the Ballon d'Or like an attacker award, technically like a Ballon d'Or, a midfielder one, defender one, and a goalkeeper one, in the sense of that? Because I feel like a defender has to be so over the top good to ever really have a chance. Oh, jeez. People are going crazy on these. Goalkeepers get even more disrespect? Yeah. Who do you guys think are going to be the top 3 for the Ballon d'Or this year? In the order you think it's going to be for the top 3. I've heard shouts for Messi, Mbappe, and Haaland to be the 3. That's what I've been hearing people say. Messi will win it. Winning the World Cup has to be a big thing for him, for sure. And depending on how... when is the Ballon d'Or? Is the Ballon d'Or after the Champions League ends? Messi will win it. Don't think he should. Messi, Mbappe, De Bruyne, Benzema. You can make a case for a lot of people. As long as PSG basically win the French League and they make a decent run in the Champions League, and Messi does well, I think he has a good shot at it. Because Benzema won last year, and it was the Champions League that really was the difference maker, it felt like, for him. He was banging in the Champions League. Was the Ballon d'Or after the Champions League final was completed? Or when did they decide that? My opinion, Messi's performance at this World Cup is being overrated because it's Messi. A lot of the games he wasn't even involved until he got a pen. The thing is, though, regardless if that's true or not, let's say it is, the Argentinian team loves him so much and will dedicate everything to him. It's hard to tell the weight that each player would have on there. Because, like, realistically speaking, Martinez kept him in so many games. Saves he made, the PK shootouts. You could argue without him, Messi would have never got his World Cup. But then if you ask every single player, they'll give you quotes like, if we win the World Cup, I would be more happy that Messi won it than me. I would go to war for this man. I would die for this man. And like that sort of dedication to Messi, it's hard to see how he's not getting like man of the matches and stuff like that. PK opportunities. I mean, shoot, he's proved it over the years. Messi told him to bend over, they won? Yeah, some more than others. Now, what's going to be crazy is going back to PSG. You got Mbappe, you got Messi, you got Neymar, you got Hakimi. You got some big names there now. They did well at the World Cup. I wonder if there's going to be like any resentment for any of them. Watching Mbappe reach like a whole nother form. Like Mbappe just refuses to pass to Messi for the rest of the season. Then Martinez save in the added time and extra time at 3-3 to keep them in the game is not getting talked about enough. Like, yeah, it was like an inch away from hitting off and deflecting into the goal, or just completely missing his leg and being the game-winning goal. It was even past the 123rd minute. It was into the 124th. True, and Marquinhos. Completely forgot about Marquinhos. Who missed the decisive penalty? It was two people missed. Tucumeni completely missed. Who got their penalty blocked? Was it Koeman who got his penalty blocked? Koeman went left, if you're looking from the angle of the taker. And then Tukumeni went left as well, but completely missed the goal. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I know some people hate Martinez, but if you are a goalkeeper and your job is to psych out the person taking the penalty, and you're someone who's dancing, you're someone who's having a fun time, you pick up the ball and you throw it, and the ref doesn't have a problem with it and doesn't give you the card, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You can say it's a dick move. You can say you wouldn't do it. You can say it's unpopular. But I think in a stage that big, in a moment where literally mental toughness is the thing above all else that is going to decide the fate of these shootouts, I think you need to do everything in your power to try to get in their head. The perfect way to put it too, he's the player you hate playing against, but he's the player you would love to have on your team. That's the shit you want your players to do. This is exactly what I want a player. That's why I love the Sandro so much. I meant to say that Marquinhos missed... Oh! For Brazil, when he hit the post. True. Yeah. Marquinhos' big penalty miss. But I feel like defenders get a little bit more of a break on that. I mean, I guess it depends when you take it, too. Like, Marquinhos has done relatively well from the 10th spot, historically speaking, I believe. So maybe they put a little bit more faith in him, and that decisive miss definitely cost them. You could also argue, too, if Brazil really did want to get to the World Cup final, them going out in PKs should have never gotten to PKs if they were that good of a squad. They definitely had some stuff they had to work on, and hey, at the end of the day, they just weren't good enough. They had the talent, they had so much attacking prowess, and they were essentially what French was missing. France had all the injuries. Brazil looked relatively healthy. Lacked a little bit at the right back spot, but besides that, you had enough depth at the center back spot, midfield, and attack. What's your bot take? Mine is Vinny Jr. without pace or not even being a Europa League player. I haven't watched Real Madrid enough to get an idea of how well he does. And then I haven't watched enough of him specifically in the Brazil team to really know. Because there's just so much talent around him. He has so many options to pass to. And then, yeah, he can use his pace as well. Prefer defenders taking pens because they put their heads down and smash it. No stupid run-up. As a defender, I love taking pens. Because I feel like, one, like people expect you to kind of miss to a certain extent or not be as good. Where it's easier to please. But at the same time, too, I feel like I'm a relatively good, not only penalty kick taker, but I feel like I'm a really good free kick taker. What's the method? Right now we are building out some packs. We're flipping gold commons and gold Sudamericana cards to do so. I have a few hot takes. Let's hear them. Let's hear the football hot take. I have a good question, I feel like. Who is a player or what is a position you would be quick to essentially make excuses for if they weren't doing well? For example, do you have like a favorite player or someone on your club you support that if they made a crap ton of mistakes, you'd come to their defense right away? Or like, is there a certain position on the pitch where you feel like, oh yeah, like let's say goalkeeper let in a bunch of goals. Yeah, some of them he could have potentially saved, but the defense wasn't helping him out as much. I think that Alphonso Davies without pace is just an average winger playing fullback. Alphonso Davies in the MLS played essentially everywhere. He was a striker. He was a winger. He played a lot of different positions. And that's essentially how Canada used him in this World Cup, is they had him everywhere on the pitch. Which I think one of the biggest disappointments for me in this tournament was Canada. Based on how well they did in the CONCACAF, I had very high expectations for them. I thought they could have potentially performed better than the United States and Mexico, but when it came down to it, I think part of it was the group they got, and I think part of it was they just didn't show up. Need a little bit more depth. I think Canada's in the same position the United States is, though. I think youth development is getting a lot better, and I think in 4 years, they'll be in a much better spot than they even are today. Any player that's like 24 years old or younger, be 28 or younger by the next World Cup, I think has plenty of time and experience. Pace makes Hakimi top 3 right backs in the entire world. Okay, question though, question. When we talk about pace, I feel like when we talk about defenders, it's talked about differently than wingers. You could make, I feel like, the same argument with wingers to a certain extent, where they rely on pace, which one of you was talking about that with Vinny. But I feel like if you have the pace, it's such a big part of your game. However, the older you get, the less pace you have, the more you have to adapt accordingly. One could argue Cristiano Ronaldo, the way he used to play earlier on in his career, had to adapt over time due to injury and just due to not as fast as he once was. He's still rapid, but just not as rapid as way back. But yeah, pace is a huge thing. I think the left back and the right back, left wing back, right wing back, pace is going to be the future of that position. They're going to be used more and more in the attack. I don't know how much defensive ability versus attacking ability people are going to look for anymore. The joke that Bruno was on the bench over Fred. United fans love him. He's shit. We love him as a person. We agree. Shit. Room D's is dreadful. It's just Man City keep the ball so he doesn't get exposed. I don't think he's dreadful, but he's overrated for sure. Well, that's another thing too. Is a player in a good team that you can hide maybe some of their weaknesses a negative to their game? Because like one could argue with Harry Maguire, the way he sits in an England side versus the way he sits in United side, what's expected of him is a little bit different. Therefore, it makes sense that he performs better at the national team level than he does at a club level. If you have world-class players all around you and you play for Man City, you could argue like the same thing with Haaland. How much of it is Haaland just out of this world good versus how is it that he has so many good people around him that just feed him balls? Izzy, what's up, buddy? My hot take is Declan Rice is the best midfielder in the world at the moment. Rice is the most underrated in the world. Who is a great player but with absolutely zero pace? Thiago Silva. Giroud. Giroud's faster than he lets on. And if you go off of FIFA, it's going to do him wrong. He's slowed down over the years for sure. But he's just so lethal when it comes to in the box that he doesn't need that pace anymore. He's good in the air as well. He's just a threat in that left foot, man. You give him an inch. You saw it against England. You give him an inch, he's going to turn and whip at that front post. Harry Kane as well. Harry Kane doesn't need to be rapid, just super clinical in the box. If you are a out-and-out striker, you don't necessarily need the pace. It can be a huge help, but it's not necessarily needed. But if you don't have the pace, you need the players around you who do. Benzema's ain't the fastest either, but look at what Benzema has around him. Look at his midfield, look at his wingers. The new promos any good? I've had 0 time for FIFA in the latest weeks. So, in terms of the team that's out right now, there's a Messi and Mbappe that are unbelievably good. I'll show you the market right now for them. And then we'll go over winter wild cards again real quick. By the way, I gotta go in like 10-15 minutes, so we won't have super long left. If you guys have enjoyed the stream, do me a favor, feel free to smack the like button, dudes. We got 29 people in here. Can we get to 20 likes? If you guys are new as well, feel free to subscribe. We're gonna be live tomorrow where we're gonna open 10 to 15 81 plus double upgrades at the start of the stream. We already did the icon today. If you missed it, we got a Portuguese legend. Not the Eusebio though. We got Figu. We got Luis Figo. Or here it is. So you got the Messi, you got the Mbappe, 2 out of this world. If you do the Maria SBC, his 84 rated team gives you a free Messi on a 3-game loan. Okay, I messed up. I'm tired, alright? Don't hold that against me, brother. No, I thought it was going to be Eusebio, man. Every time I get a top nation icon, it's always a disappointment. I thought it was Maldini. I thought it was going to be Hullet. What was another one? I thought we were going to get Vieira. They got Casemiro. They got Kane, Foden, Hernandez, Gakpo, Thiago Silva, best one out there. You got a ton of good players in this promo. But then the next one that's coming out is the winter wild cards, which you can already start grinding for. You get a free token today, and then there's an SBC. That's really easy to do as well. So you get those 2. You come all the way to the end of swaps. The way they talk about swaps right now is they say you will officially get 25 tokens. So you will have at least 25 tokens, and then they can give bonus ones. Like if they want to throw more than 25, like give an extra 1 or 2 or a couple in promo packs, they can. But you have for 5, the 3 84 plus player picks, 1 of 4. You got an 83 plus times 25 for 10. You got an 81 plus times 11 for 3. You got a Trippier for 2. As a Sunderland fan, I absolutely hate Newcastle, but this card looks banging for 2 swaps. Tonali, I'm without a doubt going to do Tonali. I will try to use him as long as I can. I'll have him and Daniil in the midfield for 10 swaps. So I'm going to use him for 10, and I'm probably going to do the this one, the 3 83 plus times 25, and hopefully there's going to be 5 extra swaps or something. But you have an 85 plus times 10 for 15. You have an 85 plus winter wildcard player pick for 15 as well. 1 of 5 there. So right now I'm leaning towards, we'll have to see how many they plan to give out. If I can do 30 swaps, do every token that's available, and get 5 extra through promo packs and stuff, I'll do the 383 plus times 25. I feel like I need to do the Tonali. I feel like I'll be missing out if I don't. But at the same time, I do want to make content. And one of the things too is, if Tonali continues doing well this season like he did last season, I feel like you'll get 18 the season card, and I feel like you'll get a different promo card as well. Is it necessarily needed that we get Tonali? We have a Benacer already. So if we wanted an AC Milan CDM, we got quite a good one right here. We got the Danilo Pereira. So if we switch to a formation that has 2 defensive mids and an attacking mid, and we just take out a striker, I think that could work well as well. But I don't know. I'm leaning towards the Tonali right now, and then I might make do with whatever's left. Wilson's one of the most underrated strikers in the world. I'm taking 83 times 25, 81 times 11. I feel like the 81 times 11 is going to be horrible. You're a Newcastle fan? Hey, I'm sorry to hear about that, buddy. Newcastle fans buzzing with the Pope Showdown leak. Wait, there's a Pope Showdown? Bro, I need to check leaks. Did this just come out? A goalkeeper one. Pope versus Ward. Leicester versus Newcastle. That's sick. Low key might do Pope. An 88 rated Pope in goal would not only be good for Chem, that'd be quite a sick card. Now the question is, how much are they going to overcharge for that, do you think? Lope? Yeah, true. Lope. I'm just curious. Besides the EFL Championship objectives where you get the league players, and besides EFL Team of the Season, how often do you think it's common to get championship cards in a promo? I'm trying to realistically think, would there be Sunderland cards that would happen? We got one in the season pass. Previous years we've got a couple informs. What are Sunderland fans' thoughts on Ahmad? Do they want to keep it? We can't afford Ahmad. Ahmad is way too expensive. For sure, for the rest of the season, keep him. But hopefully, if United doesn't plan on using him next year, or they don't think he's going to be coming in off the bench, if they could loan him back out to us, that would be fantastic. Either way, we have one of the best midfielders still in the championship, in my opinion. Patrick Roberts behind him, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if we did lose Ahmad. It would really hurt, but we could make do. Another thing is, though, with Pritchard being injured and with now Embleton being injured, it looks like we might be getting Patrick Roberts to play alongside Ahmad, having Ahmad be more on that right side and having Patrick Roberts more as a cam, which Patrick Roberts is the most lethal on that right side, cutting in on his left foot, but so is Ahmad. I think I'd rather have Patrick Roberts in the midfield or have them kind of play off each other and take turns. Because Ahmad does like cutting back too. That's another big thing that I like about Ahmad. He plays kind of the whole pitch. He's not afraid to come back to defend. Even if he's not the strongest, he'll try to win balls. Very good at accelerating into space. Very good on the counter. Very clinical on the ball. Passing has gotten a lot better. He's gotten a lot more selfish too, which is a huge thing of his game he was missing. Start of the season for Sunderland, he did not want to take a shot for the life of him. Now he's getting a little bit more selfish and it's paying off. Did you see the League SBC leak? I don't think it's a League SBC leak. I think it's not going to be the League SBC. Unless you're talking about a different one. If you're talking about the one card design that we've had in previous FIFAs for the end of the League SBC, I don't think that's going to be it. It's a squad building challenge. I don't think that's League SBCs. If it is, I'll eat my words and I'll do a giveaway or something for you guys. If we get League SBCs and that's like the final card in it, we'll do a FIFA point giveaway or something. I hope you really recall Ahmad out of spite. Do it. One thing to think about, though, it's a thought that just came to my mind. So if it's not the most polished idea, how good is the championship as a league? It's a two-part question. So if you had to rank the championship, the EFL championship, out of all the leagues in the world, where would you rank it? Like, what place would it be in? And what would the leagues around it be? Very good. Okay. I have a second part of this question, but I want to get a couple of responses for that first. Egon, what's up, buddy? Top 10 for sure. I agree. Top 10 for sure. That's a safe answer. Now, depending on how high it goes, that's another question. But with that in mind, my next question is, how much is that due to the championship being a good league and the teams having good players versus the loans that are supplied to the championship teams through the Premier League and other leagues that want their players to get more experience? Because Because I'm relatively new to the championship. I haven't really watched Sunderland in the championship much back in the day when they were only there for a season before they got relegated again. I watched a little bit more League One, but this year I've watched a lot of championship. And it seems, speaking Sunderland-wise, the players in Sunderland, when they came in, a lot of them were League One caliber, were not to the level of the championship yet, and kind of grew into the championship roles with experience and time. But it seems like there's a lot of loans that come from these big clubs that come in and completely change the game as well. But I would argue too, the players that come in, they have this level of influence on the players where it pushes everyone to become better, which ultimately I think makes the league what it is. The mix of the two. Kind of the homegrown talent, the newly promoted teams, the newly relegated teams, all that coming together, the depth of the squads, players having to step up. Best Prem clubs to loan players, too, since it's so physical. Not sure, to be honest. Clubs have so much money when compared to other leagues due to the relegated Prem clubs. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't know how to feel about it. I assume, like, most of the time when a team gets relegated from the Premier League, as long as they don't get into money trouble, they can, not pretty easily, but they have the resources to get back up. Championship harder than La Liga, Portugal. I like the way you worded that. I think it's harder than the Liga Portugal. But it'd be another conversation if we talked about potentially talent. Right? Because my goodness, if you are a newly promoted League One team and you're not a big club, the amount of loan success you need from the bigger clubs in the Prem to loan someone to your team to fill in the spaces you don't have and the players you need to step up, and the years it takes to just gradually buy players cheap, sell them more expensive, or have a youth development, get them in your team, sell them for more money, and work your way up, takes a crazy amount of time. Can't really compare leagues like Liga Portugal, the Eredivisie. Yeah, it would be hard to compare them. I'm curious if someone did a career mode playthrough and put one of the best Liga Portugal teams in the championship, one of the best championship teams in the Liga Portugal, how they would do. Based on the championship, on how hard it is, it's top 5 for sure. The quality in Portugal is probably better, but the amount of games in the championship is mad. Dude, the season is so long. I like it and I hate it at the same time. There's always football to watch, but man, if your team's plagued with injuries like Sunderland has this year, it's crazy. Crazy how much that affects the squad. Quality-wise, the Portuguese league is way better. I think too. I could be wrong with this statement. If you feel I'm wrong, feel free to call me out. I feel like with the Liga Portuguese, it's a lot easier for a player to be developed and sold off. You see that a lot in the Eredivisie as well. Versus the championship, it seems like a lot of the players who really shine in the championships are not the homegrown players from the championship teams. Some of the time it is, but it seems like a lot of that talent that's getting bought in the Prem and given their opportunity in the championship. And I will not use Ahmad as that example, because I think United fans have stated enough. Ahmad already showed the talent he had. Now is just more of an opportunity of getting guaranteed game time and continuing to grow as a player. But I'm curious if other teams, if someone supports another championship team here, or if you support a Prem team that's loaned someone out to the championship and they've done really well, your take on it. The thing is, with the championship, it changes so much due to promotion. Sometimes the quality is very good, and sometimes it's terrific. This year especially, I'm going to pull this up real quick. I got to leave soon, so we're not going to stay too long after this. I'll read kind of the remaining comments. If you look at the table right now, for the Prem, if you look at the table in the Prem right now, Arsenal in first with 37 points, 14 games played. Go all the way down to kind of relegation with Nottingham Forest, Southampton Wolves. You see quite a bit of difference. If we go to the championship, and you look at the standings here, first place, there's a huge drop off from first place to 24th. But if you look at the bottom of the table, right outside of relegation, so if you're looking at like Hull City in 21st, them compared to a team fighting for playoffs is not too far off. Like a good week or a bad week shoots you super far up or super far down. Like Sunderland, if they would have won the winnable game they had last week, and then the draw they had this week, they could be in a situation where they're fighting with 34 points for that final playoff spot. Or they could be in a position where you get nothing out of it. You're 30th. Let's say you don't have goal differential and things like that. You could drop somewhere to 15th or 16th potentially. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy league. I still think Sunderland will finish mid-table. If they can make a push for playoffs, that would be awesome. With Ross Stewart back, anything's possible. But my expectations at the start of the year were as low as, like, just don't get relegated. But, like, realistically, I think we could finish mid-table, and that's right where they're at right now. Think Huddersfield could still make a late playoff run? Maybe. Maybe if Holland gets loaned out or something. Yeah, the championship this year is so fun to watch, man. I don't know if it's because I'm biased because I'm actually watching it now, but it's a very fun league. And it's always on, too. There's always days where there's games being played, it feels like. My example would be Gallagher. True. Newcastle third. Dude, Newcastle. I hate to say it. Newcastle did what I wish Sunderland would have done. The money they had, made the most of it, and kind of grew into their role. Newcastle is, in the foreseeable future, in a really good position. I'm kind of jealous. However, I've stated it before. I want the best possible Newcastle. Because when Sunderland plays them and beats them, I don't want to hear any excuses. Gallagher's a baller, been on Chelsea since a kid, been on loans to Charlton and Swansea, and a super young kid. From there, he grew better. It's crazy how young some people are. Like, if you're in the United States, high school goes until you're 18. So, like, the typical route of someone who would, let's say, go professional in the United States, with many sports, it's you play until you're 18 in high school, you get a scholarship to play in college, you play for a year or two in college, and then you go pro. So most people, if you're doing the American route, are getting to the professional leagues by the age of, like, 19 or 20. And if you stay 3 or 4 years, you're pushing 21, 22 potentially. That compared to, like, let's say football in England or just Europe in general or around the world, you have kids who are like 15, 16, have spent their whole life in youth academies getting called up. They are so far ahead that you could be 16. You could be bought by like a big team, loaned out for 6 years to like 6 different teams. Be playing in League One, the Championship, this team, that team, and have so much experience by the time you turn 22 to get called back up. It's crazy. Anyways, I gotta head out. Thank you guys for chilling today. God bless you all. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll have 10 to 15 8-1 double upgrades for the start of stream tomorrow. We'll go over the content that came out, even though it'll be after the fact. We'll start the Maria SBC. We'll have the YouTube short and the TikTok go out of our icon today. Yeah, we'll see you then. Appreciate you guys chilling. Thank you.